A wrestler who won the second most championships in WWE history. He is a superstar who has won the World Heavyweight Championship a record 7 times, a WWE Championship 4 times, Intercontinental Championship 5 times, and the United States Championship once, and of course the World Tag Team Championship 14 times. His success in the WWE made him the best wrestler of all time. Do you know who this man is? You think you know me? Yeah, his many titles in the WWE have established this reputation. Adam Edge Copeland, who has been a top performer for the WWE for the last 10 years. Before moving on, make sure you subscribe to our channel, Wrestlingnetic, and hit the notification bell to watch more videos. Let's get into it. Edge began competing on the independent wrestling circuit in the United States, Canada, and Japan when he was just 18. In a reference to one of their favorite teams, the Rockers, Edge and Christian adopted the moniker the Canadian Rockers while living in Japan. So in early, Edge initially joined the WWE as a lonesome individual who entered via the crowd as opposed to coming down the ramp. His first significant conflict was not only with Gangrel, but also with Christian, who was Gangrel's fictional brother. Being great friends already and having a similar physique made Christian and Edge perfect candidates for a brother angle. Soon after being put to their disagreements, Edge and Christian became one of the best tag teams in the whole WWE. They rose to the occasion in prominence to the WWE because of their illustrious fight with the Hardy Boys and the Dudleys. In addition to the first, second, and third TLC bouts, these two teams have wrestled in the first ever tag team ladder match. Together, Christian and Edge held 7 tag team titles together, which is one of the best records in tag team wrestling. ENC had a reputation for being a haughty tag team that would pose for photographers using flash before matches for a full 5 seconds. Even though they were typically a heel squad, their antics won them a lot of fans. Edge demonstrated his dominance by winning the King of the Ring competition. A few years later, Christian and Edge would split up and fight for the IC Championship in a brother versus brother ladder battle for the title. The two even faced off. Before Chris Jericho set the new mark for 8, Edge held the Intercontinental Championship 7 times, which was a previous record. Edge continued to achieve greatness by becoming the first ever champion to have both the IC and US titles. It was a terrific duel between him and Test, demonstrating how an incredible talent like Edge can hold on his own against Test's lackluster performance. Although I admire Test, he was never really taken off. The next iconic feud was Kurt Angle vs Edge, at which he won the feud, ending with hair versus hair. So at one event, together with Rey Mysterio, Edge created a great tag team that took home a tag team championship. In addition, Edge also teamed up with Hulk Hogan, who was his idol, and they won another tag team gold. On SmackDown, the two defeated Billy and Chuck's team. You could clearly tell how much Edge sincerely admired the vulnerable Hulk Hogan throughout the match. Edge eventually experienced a neck injury that broke his neck, and in most circumstances, it would have ruined the career, but it only kept him away from the ring for approximately over a year. He won yet another tag title with Chris Benoit after his return. Do you know why Edge is so popular? Well, Edge became one of the industry's most despised heels as a result of his relationship with Lita because she cheated on him with Matt Hardy. Edge was married at the time as well. Well, Matt Hardy was recovering from an injury on the leg that was suffered through Kane, so then he was put off TV for a while. Edge and Lita sparked romance, leading to one of the greatest relationship heels of all time. Edge and Lita were on the map. They were extremely famous, they were despised, they were hated, but they were also loved for how much of a heel they were. When Matt Hardy came back, it became a real-life feud, which resulted in a bloodbath at SummerSlam, and then a steel cage match where Hardy won, and then a final ladder match where the loser would leave Raw, which was Matt Hardy, unfortunately. Although Edge had many disputes, his conflict with Mick Foley stands out in my mind. In addition to showing that Foley could still perform, their hard-hitting match also demonstrated that Edge could compete with the greatest of the greaters, and then he won, of course. He speared him through a table, a flaming table at WrestleMania 22. That's insane. The fans were clearly happy to see a change because, well, after Cena won the Elimination Chamber, he was severely dead, to say the least. Even if it was a great change, they desired John Cena because he held the title for a great majority of the time, and this is where things became different. Edge came in and cashed in his Money in the Bank contract that he won at WrestleMania 21 against John Cena, sparking one of the greatest, most insane cash-ins, which put Edge even more in the main event. Many pay-per-views would feature their matches where Cena and Edge would go back and forth. The final one being, of course, where Edge was chucked off a ladder on 2 tables at Unforgiven 2006. To form the tag team Rated RKO, Edge would pair up with the legendary Randy Orton. They swiftly became the tag team champions in the end. After a protracted dispute with the recently restored DX, they forced Triple H to take a hiatus for several months due to a thigh injury. They even went as far as to viciously assault Ric Flair. When Edge attacked Mr. Kennedy and won their battle for the case in 8 seconds, he learned that he's gonna be another one. He's an insane heel. He didn't even win the match, but then he won it against him. That's insane. And then what did he do? Yeah, then the following week on SmackDown, he cashed in on a very vulnerable Undertaker, and then he won the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time. Edge would fight for the world title with Batista and the Undertaker for the following year. Vicky and Edge would become two of the most despised individuals, kind of like Edge and Lita, with all the WWE having their hatred. Vicky hardly be heard over the jeers, and Edge has drawn a lot of criticism for many on-screen smooches. The connection served as the inspiration for numerous clever perspectives as well as some of Edge's title victories. Chavo's biggest championship victory to date, the ECW title, was also the result because of Edge's stable that he established with Chavo, Hawkins, Ryder, and Vicky. In the match, Chavo was able to demonstrate that he can compete well against wrestlers like CM Punk and John Morrison. Edge competed against Batista and The Undertaker again at the end of 2007's Armageddon. And he main evented WrestleMania 24 against The Undertaker. Of course he didn't win, but that was amazing. Their feud sort of ended with a one-night stand where the Taker's stunning fall through 2 tables from a 20-foot ladder, which was amazing, but it cost him to leave the WWE for a while. That was insane. The angle that helped Jeff Hardy, Edge's longtime opponent, win the WWE Championship for the first time also involved Edge. Throughout his career, Edge has frequently shown that he is prepared to put other talent ahead of himself. The best in the business, notably Triple H, Batista, The Undertaker, and Jeff Hardy, have competed against Edge for the championship. He's the first individual to enter a pay-per-view as the World Heavyweight Champion and exit as the WWE Champion, thus marking him the only one to enter and exit as champion, but at the same time competing in 2 chamber matches in the same night. As of the time of the video, Edge has broken multiple records in WWE, including being the first and only 2-time Mr. Money in the Bank. He also won more tag team titles than anybody else, including the now defunct Hardcore and European belts. Edge has established himself as one of the best WWE villains and is undoubtedly a future contender for a lot of things. He's already a WWE Hall of Famer after he retired at the age of 39 in 2011 due to his neck injuries coming back. But in addition, 10 years later, he returned to the WWE one more time after he was healed, to one of the greatest reactions in Royal Rumble history. If given the chance, Edge might lead WWE into another decade of debauchery. The career of Edge, a WWE Hall of Famer and thriller. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to stick around. See you later!